Today I want to talk about setbacks. What to do when you don't know what to do. What to do when something bad happens. We all know bad things do happen in life. Unfortunate circumstances do happen in life. And sometimes there's not much we can do about them. However, how we react to the situation is what will move us forward or what will keep us stagnant in our circumstances. So in an instance where if you've ever had a setback, that something bad's happened to you in life, sometimes we tend to let that, prevent us from continually growing. We take it as a sense of rejection, or we'll take it as a sense of failure, and failure being something that we can't move forward. When bad things happen, it's very important how we choose to perceive the situation. If something bad does happen, there's 3 things that I do that help me move forward. The first thing I do is I reflect. I get leverage on the situation. So for instance, if I'm driving to work and I get a flat tire, getting leverage on the situation is for me to understand that, hey, I got a flat tire, but there's some people who don't have a car and they have to walk to work. And for instance, if you had to walk to work, well, there's somebody out there who can't walk. There's always somebody out there who's having a situation that's worse than yours, so gain leverage on the situation. This is to prevent playing a victim, which we'll talk about later. The second thing I like to do is ask. I ask myself a question, what can I learn from this? The best thing to do in life is to reflect upon circumstances, to reflect when you're winning, but importantly too is to reflect when you're losing so you don't do it again. So reflect, ask, what can I learn from this situation? How can I get better at this situation? How can I prevent this from happening if I can possibly move forward? The third thing, movement. Always push forward. Be continuously future focused. No matter what happens, push forward. The moment when we start to hesitate, the moment when we start to be stagnant and stand still is when uncertainty is created in our brains and we lose confidence. Pushing forward, moving forward in spite of failure, in spite of a setback, helps us gain confidence. It helps us continue the momentum. Always push forward. What happens is sometimes when we get a setback is we start to play the victim. And we do that because when we get a setback in life, how we perceive the situation is, we might take it as rejection. We might take it as if it's a fault. We might take it as something that we failed at, and because we failed at it, then ultimately we might not be loved. So playing the victim creates that empathy scenario in the sense that we will get empathy. The unfortunate thing is playing the victim of circumstance always prohibits growth. So if you do become a victim of circumstance, you are unfortunately creating a scenario in your brain where you don't have to grow because you were the victim of a circumstance. And playing the victim will maybe make you feel better for about 2 seconds, but it won't get you very far in life. Don't be a slave to the scenario that you created in your head of you being the victim. We tend to do that sometimes. We become slaves to scenarios that we perceived in our mind that might not be true. So, the next time you get a setback, 1, reflect. Gain leverage on the situation. Understand that someone out there probably has it worse. Number 2, you ask, what can I learn from this? And number 3, you move forward. Be future focused. And watch what you learn, most importantly. The more you learn from a situation that's a setback, the more you're willing to never have that setback happen again. Sometimes things happen in life and they're not easy. The worst thing I can possibly think of is if something bad happened and we never learned from it. If you learn from a bad situation, then you create the best out of the situation. These 3 things separate the successful from the unsuccessful. Become successful. Turn your setbacks into your greatest triumphs.